Welcome to Your Region This Week. I'm Anandi Carol-Woolery. In this episode, bridging neighborhoods together, how crossing over Highway 78 is made possible for foot and pedal traffic, plus coming to the curbside in March 2026, new cart-based waste collection. And on display, Brantford honors outstanding athletes with a new Olympian exhibit. But first, here's a look at the headlines. Canada Day was more than a week ago, but it was once again marked with reckless fireworks in and around Kitchener's Victoria Park. Waterloo Regional Police Chief is calling the behavior unlawful, disappointing, and dangerous.
Our response has been considerable. We have to create operational plans where we have, dozens of officers deployed throughout the downtown Kitchener area, specifically Victoria Park. And there's a lot of cost and work that goes into creating those plans. And I heard Mayor Verbanovic on your show and his comments as well, and I do agree. A small number of people spoiling things for tens of thousands of people when you count it all up. So we're disappointed with some of the behavior. We had a very firm and fair approach to enforcement. We laid a number of charges, criminal charges, Liquor License Act, Trespass to Property Act, and then working with the City of Kitchener, there was a requirement to shut down Victoria Park, and we don't want this trend to continue. So we're in this wicked problem type of situation where we want our community to celebrate and gather and to be jovial on these occasions, but we have to ensure that safety comes first when it comes to our role and what we can do to mitigate any of the risks.
An unexpected shakeup at Cambridge City Hall. The reorganization was announced to City Council in an email last Friday, and it came into effect on Monday. The adjustments were made to improve efficiency and some new titles, including a creation of a new department called Community Services. Cambridge Mayor Jan Liggett did not consult with City Council while developing the new plan.
I think the public, and even anybody coming on council for the first time, they don't understand that language. And I'm one of those people who believes that the language of any level of government should be understandable by somebody who's never been in that role, who's never been part of a bureaucratic system. People understand what a general manager means. It's exactly the same thing as a deputy city manager. Sometimes words are created, I don't know where they come from, but we needed to get back to that conversation of how do we speak to the public? How do we make them understand? And we go about that on a regular basis with our surveys or, putting them together so that the public can understand what the question is and not give an answer that has nothing to do with the question because they didn't understand the question in the first place. So that was one of my first steps. And we're not the only city that's doing that. A lot of other cities call them general managers as well. The role of mayor under the Municipal Act is completely different from councillors. And sometimes councillors think they should have the same role that a mayor has, but there's a reason why that doesn't happen. So if I have the advice coming through the experience of the city manager and then the general managers and then all the directors underneath that, that's a lot of people. These are the people who are experienced in what they do. They know what changes should possibly be made.
An update to a story we brought you a few weeks ago. Family and Children's Services Foundation's Lemonade campaign. You will remember community members across Waterloo Region sold lemonade to send kids to camp. We caught up with Dr. Jill Stoddart to get an update on the final total and to get one last cup of lemonade. Some tiny tots at Rising Oaks Daycare in Kitchener set up their own stand.
Lemonade, what a huge success we've had this year. Amazing community support. Well, we've had 52 teams across the region and a total of 60 stands so far. but people want to just keep going. So we've got a couple more golf tournaments next week, and we've got a few more things into September. So yeah, we're keeping it rolling because the community seems to want to just continue to do this support. It's been amazing. We are at $47,000 that we've raised to date. So yeah, that's about 130 kids to camp. So yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, and our goal was 50,000, and we will absolutely hit 50,000 probably by the end of next week, actually. So yeah, we're just thrilled with the response from the community. It's been amazing. So our goal this year was 50 stands and 50,000. Next year, our goal is 100 stands across the region and $100,000. So based on the response this year and the things that people have said that they're going to do next year, yeah, we're pretty excited about the opportunity. Camp and summer programming is so critical for all kids. Keep them engaged, keep them learning, keep them safe all summer. But for so many kids in this community that do not have that opportunity, you know, camp fees can be astronomical. This is just so critical for their year-long learning, their year-long safety, and their year-long development. It's just amazing. So thank you, Waterloo Region. You are an amazing community.
Coming up, connecting neighborhoods together across the region.
Have you ever thought about just how much politics you speak about just in your own kitchen or in your living room? Or how many important ideas are shared or solutions to some of the world's biggest problems? Well, you're in luck because I'm inviting some of my friends to come and speak to me about everyday politics, and I'm bringing my living room to you. So join me on Wednesday evenings from 6 until 7 for Everyday Politics with Laura May Lindo.
I don't care what the law is. I will never be a slave. That word, I hate it. It rests on my tongue like rot.
Peter, how does it feel to get paid for your work?
There are rumors freedom's coming for us all.
Freedom, you know that's all I want.
Chloe, careful. Vrooman would rather sell you across the river to America than let you go free.
Then I'll run.
I've run before. Maybe this time for good.
No! No! Just get her into a boat. No!
Chloe? Chloe, no!
Word of Chloe Cooley's resistance led to Canada's first legislation limiting slavery. After 200 years, slavery was abolished in Canada in 1834.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
It's a critical link in connecting neighborhoods together. The new Highway 78 pedestrian and cyclist bridge is now open. Earlier this week, the region of Waterloo, together with federal and provincial dignitaries, officially cut the ribbon.
In the short time the bridge has been open, we've seen the success of how it connects communities, creates an important link to multi-youth paths and trails, and improves access to frequent transit options, grocery stores, local businesses, our GRT transit. The highlight of this project was the overnight bridge lift, an extraordinary engineering feature completed in just 20 hours using specialized equipment and carefully choreographed teamwork to minimize highway closures and keep the community moving. I want to recognize the outstanding work of our regional staff including the design and construction team for their expertise, leadership, and dedication in delivering the project, and transit services staff for finding a way to improve connections through Waterloo Region.
So oftentimes we come here before you can see something, and today the bridge looks exactly as the picture, so really well done. And the completion of this pedestrian and cycling bridge, which is accessible via ramps and staircase, is a step and a pedal towards improving active transportation in Waterloo Region and has already been used by hundreds of citizens. It also reflects the federal government's commitment to working with all levels of government to build sustainable, accessible infrastructure that puts the people of our community first. And so that is a commitment we continue to make with you. Wherever possible, we will work with all levels of government because that's how we can deliver for this community. I often say, as much as the world needs more Canada, Canada needs more Waterloo, because we know how to work together here. And it's indeed honor and a privilege to be able to do that on behalf of the citizens of Waterloo.
These days are about connecting people, and I think it's more important than ever. The symbolism that we're here announcing building bridges is not lost on me, and the symbolism that we're promoting active transportation, access to transit, people coming together, I think is more important than ever. And as Bardish mentioned, it's about working together. We have the federal government, the provincial government, the regional government, all together. Working toward a common cause. We're connecting neighborhoods here, and I appreciate it. So on behalf of everyone in the federal government, I'm proud to say congratulations to everyone. And the federal portion of the funding is $3.8 million from our Housing and Infrastructure Fund. So congratulations and thank you to everyone involved.
We have an entire bridge behind us to prove that when, municipalities, regions, the province, and the federal government come together, we can do something really amazing. Colleen was right that overnight bridge lift was absolutely amazing thing to watch. I have to give so many kudos to all of our contractors and our skilled trades that were involved in building this bridge. I think in Kitchener and Waterloo Region, we're really setting an example for the rest of the province what it means to invest in this type of sustainable infrastructure, in the idea that we can have more connected communities, that we can walk, that we can bike, that we can experience our community in ways that are more just than through the windows of our cars, to be honest with you. So this is very exciting.
Today's event celebrates something we can see and touch, but this bridge represents much more. It's a collaborative, deliberate step forward to building a more connected, equitable, and climate-resistant region. Neighborhoods in central Kitchener on the north and south sides of Highway 78 in Southdale, Laurentian Hills, and Alpine can now access nearby grocery stores, restaurants, local businesses, community spaces, and more transit routes, not just by car, as Jess mentioned, but by foot, bike, and by transit. We've committed to equitable services and opportunities and climate-aligned growth in our strategic plan at the region, and this project delivers on all of those goals.
Waste collection in Waterloo Region is about to get easier, cleaner, and more efficient. A new rollout cart-based collection will start in March of 2026.
Starting in March 2026, the region of Waterloo will be switching to cart-based collection for garbage and organics. What that means is right now you're setting out bags and a green bin out at the curb. However, moving forward, we'll be using these carts for collection. The reason why we're switching to cart-based collection is because we're at the end of our current contract. So this was the time to kind of get set for the future, bring in a new contractor for the future. And then this was an opportunity for us to change how we do our waste collection to kind of meet best management practices. So what that means is a lot of other municipalities, especially in Ontario, they collect their garbage and their organic waste in carts. And the reason why is it helps with health and safety for residents and the workers. Because you can imagine if you're a garbage staff member lifting up 800 bags of garbage a day, it's very hard work, it's very labor intensive. So we'll be switching to carts, meaning they will be using a mechanical arm that will reach out and actually hug the cart and then lift it into the truck. So it reduces a lot of the wear and tear, slips, trips, and falls, any risks like that to the staff members. And then really nice benefits for residents is that it helps reduce some of the issues people have with litter and pests. So maybe if you've had the experience of animals and critters kind of chewing through your garbage bags overnight, now things will be contained in a cart. Bags are optional in the garbage. You're welcome to use it if you like, just to keep things tidy, but you're welcome to put items in loose as well. Just know that you may have to clean it out. You may have to, wash the cart every so often. The only times we do require bagging if it's pet waste, so make sure that if you're putting it in the green cart, you're using a compostable bag. Talking about the carts, the big changes is that it is going to be happening in March 2026, but right now, as we're getting the community aware and informed, we are allowing residents to choose the size of garbage cart they'd like. So if you make no choice, you just leave it as is, everybody gets the large garbage cart. It's equivalent to about 3 bags. And then the green cart, which is for organics, is just one size only. So there's no choice there. But if residents decide that the 3 bag equivalency is too big, they don't need the large garbage cart, we have the small cart available. And what you can do, it's about 1 bag or so. And what you can do is you go on our website, regionofwaterloo.ca/carts. We have a little link there for our portal, and then you can sign up to choose a small. So that's where you register, and you do that before September the 5th in order to get that delivered to your household for March. So this is the green cart. This is what you'll be using to put your organics, your food waste in. All households will also get a food scraps container. So this is something that you would put under the sink or on a counter in the kitchen. You fill it up. You can use, again, a compostable bag to line the container. And then when you're ready to empty it, you can put it inside the cart here and just dump it in. One thing that's really neat about the green cart is we have this lock here. And it's really handy because it will help prevent any issues with animals and pests. So right now it's currently unlocked. And then let's say it's your collection night, you're gonna twist it so the cart is locked. And then you can just leave it outside. And then even on collection day, when you roll it up to the curb, you can leave it locked. So it's in the lock mode. Even though it's locked, it won't open until it reaches a certain angle. So when the truck tips the cart and reaches the right point, it will open and it stays locked. So when they return the cart back into its place after collection, it stays locked. So it's really handy that way to reduce any issues with pests or animals. So this is the large garbage cart. So it's equivalent to about 3 bags or so. You're welcome to take a look if you'd like. So again, residents are welcome to use bags if they like, or they can put things in directly. This cart is really handy because if you have kind of unique items that are a little bit big, you have a broken hockey stick, broken umbrella, air filters, they fit really well in here and they can just go right inside the cart directly versus you may have left it outside of your garbage bag previously. So this is really handy that way for some of those unique items. And then here's the small garbage cart. So it's equivalent to about 1 bag of garbage as well. So again, if you decide that you don't need the large garbage cart for your household, you can choose the small on our website, regionofwaterloo.ca/carts. You make that selection before September the 5th.
Stay connected with City News Kitchener. You will find what's making headlines here at home and around the world. Looking for traffic and weather information plus the latest prices at the pumps? Click on the tabs to find out. Watch, listen, stay connected with City News Kitchener.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university. So they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys. So even when I know they're not driving, sometimes that means bringing them a little surprise. And then they had a drink to me.
Brought to you by Smart Serve Ontario and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Have you ever thought about just how much politics you speak about just in your own kitchen or in your living room? Or how many important ideas are shared or solutions to some of the world's biggest problems? Well, you're in luck because I'm inviting some of my friends to come and speak to me about everyday politics, and I'm bringing my living room to you. So join me on Wednesday evenings from 6 until 7 for Everyday Politics with Laura May Lindo.
It's the personal finance show that dares to ask those money questions you've always wanted to. Join Mike Bregueth when he talks with experts on all aspects of money. Money Matters with Mike Bregueth, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Rogers.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
In sports news, Brantford and Area Sports Hall of Recognition honors local athletes who have competed in the Olympics, Paralympics, and Special Olympics World Games. The display pays tribute and showcases the remarkable achievements.
Over the past century, numerous world-class athletes from Brantford, County of Brant, Six Nations of the Grand River, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations have had the distinguished honor of representing Canada at the Olympic, Paralympic, and Special Olympic World Games. This new display pays tribute to these talented individuals, celebrating their athletic achievements across a wide array of sports, including swimming, hockey, skiing, athletics, and badminton. This tribute also includes those who have participated as coaches, officials, referees, and marshals at the Olympics, Paralympics, and Special Olympics World Games. Many hours of research were completed to find the names of the persons to be honored in the display. The display currently recognizes 29 Olympians, 14 Paralympians, and 9 Special Olympians.
It's fantastic that all this information has been pulled together, is up there on the screen, and it really is phenomenal that a community our size has had so many Olympians representing us at the Olympics, whether it's Paralympics, Special Olympics, Olympics. I also love the fact that it includes officials and coaches, and even someone like Dave Schufeld, who was in the swimming world, a really important and high-level official. So I love the fact that it has pulled in all of those who participate in Olympics from our community, because, let's face it, we are a community that places a high degree of importance on sports for a number of very good reasons, and reaching the Olympics is the pinnacle of amateur sports.
Still ahead, hockey, history, and the city of Guelph. What do these three things have in common? Details after the break.
Hi, I'm Mike Farwell, and I'd like to invite you into this studio every weekday from 9 until 1 for a show that I think you're going to like. It's called The Mike Farwell Show, and it deals with the issues of the day. Local, provincial, national, even international. You'll hear from the newsmakers, and you'll get the chance to make news yourself when you call in and share your opinion. If you want to know what's going on in your community, The Mike Farwell Show is the place to find out.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Heartbeat of Mother Earth, I feel you and embrace your warmth. I see you dancing through the trees. Your song floats on the summer breeze. Community, we come together. We are the voice of our ancestors. Thankful for how much you bless us. Feel the thunder in the drum. All our voices sing as one. Feel the power, feel the pride. Feel the drum beat deep inside. Feel the boom, feel the bass. Let's let go of time and space. It'll make you dance, it'll make you sing. Ode Wegun, Wedok Wishin. The drum will lead you, take you far. Always remember who you are.
Finally, for us, you might not know it, but the hockey hat trick has its roots in the Royal City.
Good exit, and they've got a 2-on-1. It's Ulrichsen and Nemesnikov. Ulrichsen to Nemesnikov! Scores! Mad Max is the Mad Hatter! Nemesnikov with a hat trick, and we're tied at 5.
I think the hockey hat trick, from what I've read, started in golf. Yeah, I've read about it in other sports where it's been called, the 3 goals were called a hat trick, but I think for the first time a hockey hat trick, from what I've heard and read anyways, this is where it came from. I think with anything, history's everything, and it's so important, and especially when it's unique history, and in Guelph's history with the hat trick and Biltmore hats going back to the 40s and 50s was a big part of our hockey history. But the folklore, the story is obviously that when players would score, the the junior team was the OHA at the time, and they were called the Guelph Biltmore Mad Hatters. And the team was owned, or the key sponsor was the Guelph Biltmore Hat Factory. And what would happen is when a player would score a goal, they would recognize the player's 3 goals. They'd recognize it with a fedora. So that's where the birthplace of the hat trick being from Guelph. We've created it to this level. It's going to go down, and the idea being that as we gather hats from our team, our players scoring hat tricks, they'll start to fill that casing. And then having the hat trick brewing, or the hat trick brand with Fixed Gear beer Brewing was obviously a natural tie-in as well. Well, I think the ones that are most notable, there's a few Hockey Hall of Famers in there. So a lot of the players went on to have great Hall of Fame worthy careers with the New York Rangers. Andy Bathgate, Harry Howell being 2, Rod Gilbert is on there. Andy Prentice, and Dean Prentice, is on there as well. So there's a lot of players who went on to great NHL careers that played in Guelph, and they're a part of the hat trick tradition.
Bowman fires, scores! Hats off for the bone collector, digging up fossils all over the place.
I think anytime you can look back at your history, I think it's important, and the unique history is even better. And I think the more, we've got fans of all different ages, and there's some kids that would have no idea. Obviously, there's people that were my age that probably had no idea that the hat trick was first came about in hockey, at least in Guelph. People come here with different things in mind. There's people that come in just because they want to see the bands. There's people that come to watch the hockey, and our hope is that if you're coming with a family, I can sit and my wife and I can sit and watch the game for one reason. My kids can sit and watch the game for one reason, and stuff like this. I think it's part of that. I don't think it's anything on its own that's going to bring people, but I think when you put it all together, it allows people to come for all different reasons.
That's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Anandi Carol Woolery. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Kitchener's perfect music mix is on Chime 96.7. So every song is someone's favorite song. On Chime 96.7.
Welcome to AGT Season 20!
We want bigger, better than we've ever seen before.
You have just set the bar for Season 20.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home.